Hello, everybody out there in the internet. Welcome to Aimless Podcast. So, Tropical's missing. Doesn't mean you can't get Tekken Master joined by
RPG Maniac 05
and Gamer 12.
So yeah, what you've been playing? Maybe a likely segment. Who knows? What journey we'll go on this week's episode? So RPG, what have you been playing?
Nothing. I mean, there's stuff I wanted to play, but I just didn't. I have been downloading stuff from the store though, because it was free, and I was like, well, why not? All to get that's done though. It's like I haven't played anything, so.
It's funny because Microsoft's giving away free games, but one of their free games was a crappy one, and I was like, well, I'm looking at this game, and then on PSN you get Battlefield 3. And it's like, well, it's way to step up the game.
Not crappy, but it's like...
I haven't played it yet, but I was like, I don't even know what this game is, I've never heard of it. So I downloaded it, though.
If you're a fan of tower defense, it's pretty good.
Oh,
that's like his least favorite thing ever.
Oh, gamer. Oh, Microsoft, why?
But I can't believe that is their first game out of the gate that's like, wow.
Well, they had the Fable 3 thing, but that was like a
glitch.
You know.
And then, supposedly Halo 3 is from...
No, the next game is Assassin's Creed 2.
Oh, Assassin's Creed 2, July, second half of July or something.
Yeah, it's like they're not releasing them two at a time. It's like one is the first day of the month, and then one is like the halfway point of the month.
Yeah. Well, people are speculating that the first half is going to be the Xbox Live Arcade game.
Really?
The second half. Well, that's what people are speculating, so I don't know if it's going to be that way.
I could see that, though.
I could
see that. It's like, here's this crappy game, but, just wait a couple weeks, and you'll get the awesome full-fledged console game. Yeah. Oh. So, yeah, I'm here.
What?
There's another call.
There's? By who?
Tropical.
Okay, we're back. So yeah, we found Tropical, or he found us. And,
yay!
Yeah.
Turned out it was a Tropical game, not a other guy's game. Looking for Tropical. I completed the quest because it was mine.
It's kind of cheating, isn't it?
I don't know.
Huh.
So yeah, if you're wondering what you missed, Tropical, basically RPG hasn't been playing anything, but he has been downloading stuff because it's free.
I have Tropical Syndrome.
No, I just add most of those to my download list. Because I have no hard drive. I can't download them.
Well, I can. And I have been. I have, Saints Row on my thingy now, and I'm like, I haven't even opened it. It's just there, staring at me.
Wait, do you download it?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I told you. Just downloading stuff for no reason, because it's free. It's like, why not? Thanks, PlayStation Plus.
So did you...
You're terrible.
Did you miss out on Deus Ex? Or did you get it?
What? No, hold on a second.
Checking.
Hold on a second. Let me look on my PS3.
He's probably looking at it on his Vita because it's faster.
But after that, me and Gamer started talking about Xbox Live and how they have the free game now. But, well, basically how they're rolling it out where, you get one game on the first day of the month, and then you get the other game that's, halfway through the month. And then since, the first game for this month was the crappy Xbox Live Arcade game that I cannot remember, that's a tower defense game, I was like...
Defense Grid? Awakening.
That one. And then,
Crappy.
Yeah, it's not crappy.
It's just... It's not what we...
It's not of a genre I like.
Oh, yeah, that's true for you.
And I'm back. Sorry about that. But
yeah, since the second game is supposed to be Assassin's Creed 2, but it's the halfway point of this month, so Gamer was all like, well, then people are speculating that you're going to get the first day of the month is going to be the digital Xbox Live Arcade game for free, and then the halfway point of the month is going to be the pure console game. That's what people are speculating now, since that's how they're handling this rollout.
Well, my question, it's not very clear how it works. So if your gold runs out, are the games gone, Plus, or are they yours forever?
They're yours forever.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
I wasn't sure about that either. But then it's weird because, you can like if you have like a 24-hour or 48 like hour trial for gold, you cannot get the free games.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There's a
and
distinction
why they
between
were
real and fake gold.
Yeah.
Pyrite. You have Xbox Live Pyrite.
And what's funny, they were promoting over the weekend because it was on my 360 $1 a month, $1 for the month gold.
Mm-hmm.
I was contemplating should I get this? No. So I could have got my chance getting Defense Grid Awakening
and Assassin's Creed 2.
No. Man,
It's okay, they came.
not a good start.
Yeah, it's pretty weak.
I mean, PS Plus was the same. Like their first giveaway, I think. I don't remember.
I don't think it's so much that it's a starting thing. It's just that Microsoft doesn't know how to do things for free. So it's like they're trying to figure out how it works. Kind of like how Nintendo doesn't know how to do marketing. It's kind of like that for Xbox. They're like, how does this whole giving away stuff work? So we're used to charging for stuff for everything. So how do you give stuff away? And yeah, this is what they came up with. And it's probably going to suck for a long time.
I think it's weird because like they had this really good they're having their ultimate game sale or whatever, where it's like daily deals, and like yesterday was Borderlands 2 for $10. So and then like today's all the DLC for like half off. So and some other stuff I can't remember, but yesterday was really good. It was like Ubisoft stuff and Borderlands 2. Yeah, it was like Max Payne 3 for like $10. Far Cry 3 for $20. Some other thing for like $10 or $20. I was like, oh, okay, that's not bad. So,
Isn't PlayStation doing like their summer sale thing too now?
I don't know RPG. Summer sale?
But still.
What is up with the robot speak?
Yeah, only it was very...
Yeah, that was weird.
Oh yeah, I think that's the Xbox Summer Sale that's going on. And then PlayStation is having one. I think it has... Oh, what's in there? Mortal Kombat for...
Yeah, $5 on Vita?
Oh yeah. Or both of them, actually. Or not, you don't get both for $5, but it's $5 each.
God, that would be so awesome, wouldn't it?
I know. I think it's like Ratchet and Clank Collection for $7.50.
Oh yeah, that was a good deal. I almost bought it. I was like, ooh, I want to buy this. It's like $7.50. Then part of my brain was like, dude, get it when it's $5. But then part of me was like, dude, it's already cheaper than those. So I was like, I would probably go back and buy that just because it's like just as good as the slide deal, which I think was like even. But that was I think the slide deal was like not as cheap, or it's the same price actually. So yeah, I was like,
Yep.
That will force my hand.
Clank is more awesome.
Says you.
Because it's true.
Yeah, whatever. And there's also Shadow of the Colossus for like $5.
Yep.
Ugh. I already had that game. It's not all that great, so.
Oh, God.
But yeah, good digital deals this week.
Yeah.
What is going on?
It is.
Can nobody hear me?
I can hear you.
No, it was like pure silence for like 5 seconds.
Oh, we can now.
Okay. Well,
yeah, that was weird.
I was gonna say, but then it's like weird because like Telltale like totally was all like, oh, Walking Dead is out tomorrow or today or whatever. So that was cool. That was like my favorite part of the week because it's like I didn't know how much it was going to be. I didn't care. And it was $5. I was like, oh man, like how often is it that like the thing you're looking most forward to on the store is like $5? And I was like, oh yeah.
It was crazy that it just came.
It was also weird that it was like on PlayStation first. I was like not expected. I was like, oh okay.
Well, there are store updates first before 360. So
it does really gamer.
360 is on Wednesday.
Are you sure about that?
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Oh, well okay, maybe
apparently it's not coming out on 360 until the 5th, isn't it?
What?
That's what I heard.
Wow. That's crazy.
I heard it was like Steam or PlayStation was yesterday. Steam is today, and then Xbox is on Friday.
I'll have to check my sources. I'm pretty sure that there's no like weekly update for like Xbox on Wednesday. So
there used
across
to be.
the board anyway.
There used to be.
Cause it seems like there's stuff on there that comes out on Tuesday as well that's like discounted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like way back in the day, it was.
Oh yeah, Nintendo was Monday.
Thursdays. Yeah, Nintendo was Monday, and then Xbox was on Wednesdays. And then so like everyone would be like, "Oh, there's one-day exclusives on Xbox." Like, no. But then they turned around and said the same thing when it was like, "Hey, PlayStation Store is changing to Tuesdays." Like, "Oh, one-day exclusive on PlayStation."
I just knew that I have to wait for PSN stuff, but then like on Microsoft, it's like when I'm waiting for Mass Effect stuff, it's like, all right, midnight, get here, and just like 5 a.m. downloading stuff. It's like, oh yeah, that's because they flipped the switch.
The PlayStation Store is like seems like it's always under maintenance or something for whatever reason. It's like perpetually broken. They should fix that.
Well,
it's like
I have not run into that actually, but it's just their store updates are very random.
Yeah, it's extremely inconsistent.
Yeah, exactly.
Or you could just wait until Wednesday, and then the store will always be up.
I used to do that game.
Just say the store updates on Wednesday, and then if it updates on Tuesday, it's like, oh, it's a bonus.
Exactly.
No, that's cheating.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they can't do it on a set time. It's like, this doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, just upload it earlier than just like set it to a timer or something.
Yeah. Crazy.
But then that would make sense.
They're doing smart things, sometimes. Maybe they're saving all their good ideas for their next system.
Well,
it's like, you already bought our PS3, so we don't have to do anything for you. we would like you to buy the next one, so it's gonna be so much better.
It is weird though. It's like the store is like segmented because US does not have preloading yet Europe does.
Really?
I didn't even know there was preloading on the PSN store.
I was able to.
Now I'm Angry Gamer.
I was able to I wasn't able to buy it, of course, but it's like I was able to download Assassin's Creed 3 and Most Wanted from Europe. But I was able to play it. It's like you could play it as soon as it unlocks at that certain date.
Wow.
That is like the one thing I wanted to come to the PSN because Steam, that's like why I pre-order stuff. It's like you can just download it and then when it's out, it's like bam, instant game.
They have it in Europe, so I don't know what's keeping Sony America from doing the same.
And after I saw the video preview for XCOM, the Bureau today, I was like, dude, Steam, day one. Like, because I can't do it on PSN because I'll have to wait, but I can preload it on Steam, so sorry, PSN.
It almost looks like, the trailer almost looks like it was kind of like Mass Effect, like I was saying, which is why I was like, oh, Tech is probably going to love this, because
it's XCOM Mass Effect.
Yeah, I called it Mass Effect Tactics Humans Only Edition or something when I talked to Gamer about it today on Facebook.
Wow. Cool.
Cause it's basically like there's like the fork in the road in Mass Effect 2 when it was all action-y for combat, but it's like XCOM is way more tactical, so it's like, yep, they went that way instead of being all shoot dudes in the face. So.
Yeah. I think it's like a much more advanced version of what they had in Mass Effect 1. It's like, wow, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Almost like it's like a combination between the VAT system, not the VAT system, but where it's like you could see the percentage of like the hit meter or whatever. You never had on Mass Effect, so it's like, wow, this is really a numbers game this time, rather than Mass Effect just like it's behind the scenes, you know?
Yeah.
So
to me, I saw it, and it kind of looked like the full circle of like what was the beginning when they started like games like this, where it's like, well, I guess it wasn't in third person, but like Rainbow Six Vegas, when you like be controlling your troops and be like, okay, go here, open the door, clear, or flash and clear, or whatever, and clear. And then now it's like, okay, I can flip a menu and then be all like, all right, do you do that? And then I'll go here and do that. And you can go here and do that. And it's all in real time, but it kind of slows down. So it's like, oh man, it's like real-time strategy, but not real-time strategy. Kind of on console. It's like cover first and third person. Oh, it's so good. It's just, cannot wait. And then, like, the only thing the game does not have is, like, destructible cover. It had destructible cover, I'd be...
Well, as far as you know, it doesn't.
Yeah.
No,
are you sure? Because XCOM has destructible cover.
Yeah, I just want to say...
Well, that's the thing. I was, like, watching the gameplay demo and, like, well, maybe they'll add it. But, like, I was watching that and I was like, dude, the thing that would make this perfect is, like, they added it. Because he threw a grenade and it didn't blow up the cover. So I was like, oh, that's not, like, XCOM Enemy Unknown. Because it's basically just like a one-to-one adaptation of that game. If it was like third person with like tactical and friggin' squad based. Oh my god! I can't wait. I'm so pumped.
Well, the main character had like powers though, or something, didn't he? Because he like is in one of the parts he like used that lift thing on the turret that was placed down. It was like floating in the air. I was like, yeah, that's not a normal thing at all. So.
Yeah, that basically just like dethroned GTA for my most wanted for this year. So I saw that and I was like, oh man, it's like Mass Effect, but not Mass Effect. But I need Mass Effect, so I'll get it anyway.
I think you need to like lower your expectations. I don't want you to like play the game.
Well,
like,
I know the characters probably won't. After I saw it, I was like, wait a minute, there won't be like the awesome like choices and consequences, but still like from a gameplay.
As far as you know.
Yeah,
gameplay side is like just 10, so it's like I cannot wait to play. The story could be crap, but whatever. This will be awesome.
Just noted this episode when like Tekken like breaks his controller in half, when like half of his team like dies.
Yeah, right. Like no.
Yeah, I like permadeath. It adds tension.
Doesn't it though?
Especially when you can like name them and stuff, and it's like, no, gamer, no, more to go. Why?
That's why I kind of sucks that they took it out of like Valkyria Chronicles 2 and stuff. It's like, well, without the permadeath thing, it's like I don't really care if people get shot in the middle of the battlefield now. It's like, you got shot. Oh well.
It's kind of like if Western RPG people, or not Western, but like Western developers could make a Final Fantasy Tactics-esque game, I'd say. This XCOM Bureau game is it, 'cause it has permadeath and all these tactical things, but it's all different and shooting stuff and not all turn-based and fantasy. So I was like, oh yeah. So, But back to what you've been playing.
Right? Yeah. Good job, team. Aimless. Yeah. Woo! What can we say? We like to take detours along the way. Lots of them.
Gamer, Choptical, do you want to go or do you want me to go?
Sure. Well, so I finished Nun Attack, which was actually a surprisingly long game. I think it took me 14 hours.
Ew.
It was like 40 levels, and well, in the end, it's way easier because you have all 4 nuns, and then you have all these abilities, so you can do things like rain fire down on everyone on the screen, and all you need is money in order to buy more of that power-up, and you can buy power-ups in the middle of battle. It's just like, yeah, clearly this was designed to be a free-to-play game on tablets and stuff, and so you couldn't have done that before. Probably it cost real money. I don't know, I haven't tried the other one. But with this, it's like, well, it's just the coins that I've earned, and since I've leveled up my guns as much as I care to, I just have hundreds of thousands of dollars, and I can just keep, I don't even have to shoot or do any of these, like, bounce mechanics where you like bounce projectiles back at enemies. Like, I'll just rain fire down and destroy everything, and then move on, and when I run out, I'll just buy more. So, yeah, I got really lazy in the end. It was just like, yeah, whatever. So I finished that, and I started checking out, I don't know how to pronounce it, Mora? Sine Mora? It's like it's a shmup. And I don't know, it's an M-rated shmup, and I'm not really sure why yet.
How does that work?
It's the content, the story content.
Yeah, it's like the story.
There's a lot of raping and pillaging of innocent people.
Oh.
Yeah, I've only seen one mention of anything like that so far, so like, oh. Huh, interesting. It reminds me a lot of that movie, well, not really. It sort of reminds me of that Miyazaki movie with the pig flying the plane. It has that sort of feel. Do you know which one that is?
Nope, you sound insane.
Porco Roscoe or something?
Rosso, yeah.
Yeah. Because it has, like, anthropomorphized animals as characters. And you're flying these little planes around, and you shoot lots of other stuff. And there's sort of like a time manipulation aspect of it. And it's sort of, it has the rules of basically Time Crisis, where you have to kill everything quickly and before your timer runs out. It's
is this game for Vita or EX? I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's for Vita and PSP.
Yeah.
Okay, 'cause it sounds really weird. I'm like, is this a weird game? I don't know.
It's really cool. Like, it's a really good game. It's just it's very different.
It's very hard.
Yeah, that's man, there are parts. It's pretty crazy. I think like you're supposed to rely on the time slowdown thing to get through all those bullets.
Did you finish the game?
No, not yet. It's just getting tough. And I'm not that good.
I got frustrated at the part where there's like a bunch of like mines and you have to like go through this cavern or something.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't do it.
That part was
even
crazy.
the time part, because any hit on the wall you blow up or something.
Yeah.
I was like,
or like how it works is every time you get hit, your timer goes down, and then once the timer hits 0, then you die. And it wasn't even clear that you couldn't run into the walls. It was just like one time suddenly I was dead. I was like, did I have more time than that? What happened?
Huh, that sounds similar to the Nights in a Nightmare time mechanic thing. 'Cause they have a similar one where it's like each of your battle scenes is like timed, but you only it counts down whenever you like get hit or whenever you're doing an action or something, and once it runs to 0, at least that particular scene is over and you go on, kind of thing.
Interesting. Yeah, it most reminds me of arcade games. I haven't played Nights in the Nightmare.
I have, which is strangely kind of like a bullet hell game too, except it's a strategy game. It's strange.
But yeah, no, I'm just trying to figure out which PSP game or PS Vita game I would like to beat next, so I can clear up some more space on the system and actually be able to update stuff.
Shoosh.
Oh, in fact, I think I discovered why I've been getting random friend requests from random people. I downloaded a Toro's Friend Network for Vita.
The hell is that?
It's a lot like Me Plaza on the 3DS.
Oh.
Where you sort of, except it doesn't use like a Street Pass type system. It seems it just it connects to PlayStation Network, and then there's like random people in this lobby, and you can just like ask people to be your friend.
That's not Street Pass at all, Trevor.
Yeah, that's not Street Pass at all. That's what I'm saying.
That's just like hey, will you be my friend?
There's like the PSN lobby, there's a Twitter lobby that populates with people who follow you on Twitter. There's a Facebook lobby that populates with your Facebook people who have, I guess you have to have Toro's Friend Network also to appear in it. And then there's also an ad hoc lobby, which would basically, I'm not sure how that one would work. Maybe it operates like Street Pass, but you have to actively, ask people for their. It's very Japanese, so you exchange like name cards, and so you have to actually be there to push the screen, touch the screen to do things. So it's not automatic like Street Pass is, but I guess potentially you can meet people who are near you. So yeah, like recently I've seen a lot of people asking like, who are these random people sending me friend requests? And all the friend requests are blank. You just get this blank friend request from someone you probably have never seen or heard of before. And I think it's because of this game, because the goal of the game is to get 100 friends.
What?
And your current PSN friends don't count. You actually have to meet them in Toro's Friend Network.
Oh.
So, yeah, I've just been getting a lot of friend requests from people, really, really low-level people. And I'm saying that in reference to trophy levels. And they're just like, wow, these people have no games. It's like, I don't know if I have anything in common with you, but sure, why not? You're playing the game. I mean, I only have 4 friend slots on my friends list available, so maybe I'll add you people, get your characters in Toro's Friend Network, and then remove you later when I need to make room. when I inevitably find out that we have no games in common, it's like, yeah. Yeah, so far that's been a weird one.
That is strange.
Wow, what did I delete to get that one? Can't remember.
Is it anything good?
I don't know. Anyway, so been playing a lot of Vita, trying to finish those, and then on PS3, still trying to figure out if I think The Last of Us is good. But I haven't gotten to play multiplayer recently, which saddens me. It's just, it requires a lot of, you have to commit time to play multiplayer in The Last of Us. It's not like other games, like Call of Duty, if something comes up, then I can just sort of leave the controller there. It's like, whatever, quit the game, just to sit in a corner in the game. But The Last of Us, you feel like you have to do well. There's just so much at stake. So, yes. I did, however, get to play the GT Academy demo.
Mm-hmm.
Heckin, did you try it?
I was going to, but then I saw it was one track. I was like, that would like kill me. I'd be like, I want more. I was like, nope, I'm not gonna take this crack. So I was like, nope,
it's
not having
actually
it.
more than one track.
Oh,
There's 4 different tracks.
I will be downloading this one after this podcast.
Man, it's funny because, on the one hand, that it's for this GT Academy thing, which is that competition to compete to become a real race driver.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
Huh.
Everyone who downloads it and sets a really awesome time and signs up, I guess, for the competition, you can potentially win a chance to go to the UK and compete to be a race car driver. Which is really cool.
Dangerous. Wow.
But yeah, so there's that aspect of it, but you just know that they're also thinking, this is our first chance to show people Gran Turismo 6. And what are the improvements of Gran Turismo 6? I mean, obviously there's the driving and all the different physics and stuff like that. But one of the things that they mentioned that hasn't been getting a lot of coverage, I guess, is that loading and the menus and everything are better.
Yes. That was another thing that killed that game was so much loading.
And my gosh, it's insane. They have you click through so many menu things to get through sort of this beginning guided tutorial type part. And you just know it's they put all this here to show us that the menus are fast now. It's like, hi, I'm Lucas, whatever my name is. I'm the winner of the first year of GT Academy. And it's like, okay, now click on this thing to buy a car. And then it's like, oh, now click on this thing to go to the first race. And then click on this thing. And it's just it is instant. Between menus and Gran Turismo 5, it was like, oh, and then you see the GT logo there, and you sort of wait for a little while, and then, oh, now you're in the next thing. This one is just, boom, a flag will go by. It's like, oh, you're on the next menu. Oh, a flag will go by. It's like, oh, now you're in the race. Just, man, the experience so far, it just blows GT5 out of the water. So, yes, if that's any indication, it's going to be really good.
I hope so.
Environments look actually not that great. I don't know if that's the sacrifice they made to make the cars look better, or it's just this being a demo version for a specific purpose. They decided, we're not going to put everything in there. The music is all the same from GT5, so that seems kind of placeholder-y. Still. Very, very cool. What else did I play? Oh yeah, I was gonna say The Walking Dead, but actually I haven't played it yet.
Tropical.
It's so sad. I started it, and then I was like, yeah, this isn't gonna happen now. It's like, no. I saw what's his name? One of the characters shoot some other character off screen and then run away, and then still get caught, and that's all I saw.
Wow. So what did you choose to do with the gun?
I ditched it.
In the trash or on the roof?
In the trash.
Oh.
I don't know, because I was sitting there thinking that
do you still get caught if you put it on the roof? Because I haven't played it on PC yet.
No, I put it in the trash.
Yeah, I didn't know you could put it on the trash until I saw I saw that after I put it into the trash, and I was like, oh, I didn't know I could do that. So actually, it zoomed out. I was like, oh. Wow.
I was not aware that I was playing the game. I had sort of forgotten how Walking Dead.
I know, right?
And it was just like, oh, I have to do something. It's like, there's probably
that's what happened to me. That's what happened to me at the character select screen. I didn't know the game was like in the game. It was like running, and I was like, oh, there's a screen. There's a board here with people with pictures. So I'll just sit here and wait.
Like, the cursor.
Yeah, I completely forgot about the whole like opaque cursor and how it fades away.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's funny. Because man, just Last of Us has been on my mind. I was like, oh,
that is the one thing when I played that game. That The Last of Us changed me, and I was playing The Walking Dead completely different when I played it the first time. I was like complete opposite of like, I'm gonna try it first. I was like, nope, take it down. It was terrible.
That sounds
I
like
felt so
you usually play stuff.
Oh man, it was really funny. I went to see World War Z, and like, well, it's funny. The movie was not that great to me. Like.
That's what I've been hearing about it, actually.
There's sort of like I feel like there's if there's a spectrum of zombies, I think The Walking Dead actually has the creepiest zombies to me, even though they're not fast or anything like 28 Days Later or anything like that. It's just the fact that it doesn't matter how you die. If you die, you become a zombie in The Walking Dead. And, the other ones, it's like, oh, you gotta get bitten, or it's this virus thing, and... The Walking Dead, I guess it is a virus, but it's just like, it doesn't matter. If a zombie doesn't kill you, you can still turn into a zombie.
Yeah. See, it's funny that you said that because, like, the Last of Us, like, kind of, like, completed the circle for me, where like, it all came together, and I could see things from the other perspective of, like, why you guys did that stuff, where we were doing, like, the stuff episodes. Like, okay, maybe they're not so much jerks. Like, I can see why Tropical killing that woman in the trailer park is, like, not that bad of a thing. I mean, it is kind of humanitarian to, like, not let someone turn. So I was like, okay, I can see the point of that. A valid point for shooting a completely harmless woman, whatever. So.
Yeah, was she really that harmless, though? Was she really?
Well, anyway. Yeah, World War Z, you watch the trailers and you think, oh, it's going to be kind of totally different. A new spin on zombie movies because there's like millions of them. And in the end, the movie was not like that. It was just sort of, yeah, there's some scenes with millions and millions of zombies, and then there's other scenes where it's just regular zombie movie. And probably because they couldn't figure out what to do with millions of zombies. It's like, well, you shoot at them. Machine guns. I was like, how long can you watch something like that? But anyway, so, yeah, there are sort of typical zombie movie scenes where they're sneaking through the lab. It was Last of Us. Like, they're sneaking through a lab, and if they make any noises, then the zombies are going to hear them, and then all come running, and then they're going to die, and it's just like... So, it was one scene, I'm sitting there, in the theater, dark, people around me, and it's a tense scene. So I'm sitting there, like, oh man, I wish I was playing The Last of Us, but this is kind of cool too. And then suddenly, the guy next to me, he starts snoring. It's just like,
oh geez.
I saw this on your Facebook.
It freaked me out actually, because he's like. Suddenly his head sort of went limp, and I was like, I was like, holy crap! Because after The Last of Us, like the sound of zombies is not, it's not always the clicker me, which they do sound kind of like clickers in World War Z, so it's sort of weird. But it was just like, oh man. The noises coming from the guy beside me who just went dead.
Was the movie really that bad? Just straight to sleep like that?
Yeah, at the end, he got up and he was like, that was the worst zombie movie I've ever seen. And I was thinking, like
he didn't see half of it. I was about to say.
Yeah, I mean, there was a few clever clever-ish parts to it, but they were sort of tangential to the plot of the movie. It was like, oh, there's this neat thing that happened here, and then some guy just talks about it and explains it. It's like, oh, that is kind of a neat idea in zombie stuff. And then, but no, mostly it was like Brad Pitt running around. It's like, oh my gosh, lots of zombies, run! I'm riding a bicycle, run! Driving a motorhome, run! Yeah, no, The Last of Us is just... Yeah, I mean, I do think The Last of Us is good, but I'm not sure that it is a good game.
From like a technical perspective, or what?
No, it's just... I don't know. I still think God of War is a really brilliant game to me, and I mention it a lot. You know, it's like how the interactive parts connect you as the player to what's happening in the game. And it's just like, you know, they can't make a God of War movie because it wasn't really the plot and sort of those things that make it really awesome. It's just like your connection to the plot and all the stuff in the game through this medium of interactiveness. And so, you know, like The Walking Dead is really cool like that. Like, you can't make a Walking Dead, like Telltale's story, The Walking Dead, you can't make that one into a movie because it just wouldn't be as impactful as it was if you weren't making those decisions. Even though everything turns out, you know, it always turns out the same in the end, basically. So with The Last of Us, it feels, I'm still trying to figure out, like, could you make The Last of Us a movie and it would have been sort of equally as effective? Like,
you would take a miniseries or something.
Well, yeah, like, could you make it non-interactive and it would have still been as an effective story in the same way?
I think you could have.
Yeah.
You think so? Like, you can just watch... Like, I'm conflicted. I feel like there are lots of smart people. Like, game journalists... This is the first time I've felt like a lot of game journalists are actually really smart. Because they're talking about the game in such deep and sort of metaphorical ways, and I'm sitting there like, man, I didn't catch any of that when I played through this. I feel so stupid. But
well, I mean, like, as far as adaptation, I think it could be just because there's, like, the whole, you know, just like, from thinking, like, from what I've played, just, like, the whole setup of, like, okay, you're in a quarantine zone, and then, well, or it's just, like, it felt cinematic to me playing it, so I don't see, like, how it could just be, like, not adapted one-to-one, and, like, be like, okay, if we use the game as a storyboard, it could just be, like, the same thing, so it's, like, it might not be as good, well, it wouldn't be as good, but it's, like, you can still make it into a movie.
Well, yeah, like, that's my question, like, would it, I mean, yeah, you could make lots of these into movies, but would it be as good as the game?
Oh, no.
And so, yeah, like, I'm inclined to say no. I just don't know why yet. So so I've been thinking about Last of Us a lot. I was like, yeah, like, why would it be not as good as a movie as a game? You know, I think Metal Gear Solid would not be as great a movie as it was a game, because one of the cool things about Metal Gear Solid is that it was a game that's like a movie. So if you make it into a movie, then it's just a movie that's like a movie. And it's like, well, they're all like movies. That's what they are.
Okay, but Charlie, could you like think of any that would make a better movie than game then? Because I couldn't.
Make a better movie than a game.
Well, I guess maybe it's like fighting games though. Like after Mortal Kombat, it's like, I don't know, maybe I don't know.
No, fighting games are just easier to make into movies. It's not necessarily.
Well, I guess like
better,
until what I meant to say was like until like Mortal Kombat started to be like, oh, we can actually have story modes in our games that are fighting games. So.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Or like the whole Dance Battle Dance City from the Tester Season 3 or whatever. That would have been a great film to see. Not so much a game, but oh man, that movie.
I mean, I guess the only way that it would be better as a film is if the game was bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The game's terrible.
Yeah, so I can't think of any off the top of my head because I don't really remember the really bad games like that. I mean,
repressing them.
I don't know, for some reason Catherine popped into my mind, but actually I think Catherine's puzzle part, which is, it seems like completely unrelated with the story, and yet it is sort of, I don't know.
It would be weird to try to adapt that into like a movie, because it's like, and now for something completely different, and now they have Vincent running around moving blocks in his underwear.
Yeah, I mean, like
what's going on here?
Like the tower climbing and the type of monsters that occur in Catherine is like, they have some sort of significance to the plot.
I was just thinking, like, there's a ton of like terrible licensed games. So it's like, if you look at the original source material, it's like, oh well, maybe games just aren't meant to be or movies aren't meant to be adapted into games because or at least some of the early, or actually, wait a minute, because we had awesome ones, but then we had also terrible ones, because it's like, oh, what was that one game where I was like, oh yeah, Aliens Colonial Marine, so it's like, you know, but then we had awesome stuff that was like that, man, so it's like, it's not always 100%.
Actually, yeah, maybe Colonial Marines would have been a better movie than a game, because the game just wasn't very well put together.
Well, it's like
they already made alien
like
movies.
A movie made by some incompetent douche.
Yeah.
Where they have good intentions, but it's like, your movie's still shit.
Oh.
Because it's funny, like you say that, because like I saw one video review of like Superman or Man of Steel, or whatever the new Superman movie is, and like they said like the in-fight scene that's like the last third of the movie just kind of ruins it because it's too much like a video game or something. So I was like, that's kind of funny how you said like that The Last of Us or Last of Us is too much like a film, so it kind of isn't as fun as a game.
Well,
so like,
yeah, I mean, I think it's not fun because it's not supposed to be.
Well, yeah, there's that too.
But yeah, no, I'm still trying to figure out The Last of Us. I'm trying to figure out how does the interactive part tie in with the narrative part, which, like, yeah, it's really memorable.
I think you should write in like an essay or something. You seem like confused, but at the same time intrigued.
It's really interesting, man. I've been watching. Well, the one that I watched was Rev 3 Games, Adam Sessler, Kirk Hamilton, and another guy from Rev 3. They were talking about just like plot points of The Last of Us, and it's just like, they're just talking about how the game is really subtle, and there's a lot of things that are sort of left for you to infer, and it's just like a lot like a novel, and it's like it's very rare that they're able to talk about games like this. And I'm sitting there, it's like, man, maybe I was too much in the game mindset, so everything that was subtle, like, I didn't see any of it. It was just like,
that's sometimes how subtlety works. So.
Yeah, it just like just went over my head, all of it, because I was sitting there waiting for the big game style. Oh yeah, we're gonna explain what this was, and we're gonna explain this thing. It reminded me of I recently rewatched the second Silent Hill movie, and realized why it was so bad.
It's a terrible.
It was.
Is it really
so bad? Like the first one. The first one was
too bad because I like the first one.
Yeah, I was about to say awesome. I kind of like the first one too. So.
The second one is too much fan service.
Oh, I don't even play the game, so I couldn't.
Yeah, it wasn't that. Well, like, because Silent Hill 1, the first movie, was very. I haven't played the first game, or I haven't actually really played the games, but it felt like the Silent Hill that you know by reputation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was just like, whoa, it was just very good. But the second one, I don't even know if it was fan service. Like, yeah, I guess the character looks like the character in the game, and they did parts that were like the parts in the trailer that I've seen of the game. But then it was just, there was so many scenes that was just like, oh, I'm explaining to you what's going on. I'm explaining to you what's going on. I'm explaining. It's like, that does not feel Silent Hill at all. Like, isn't part of Silent Hill like you just never know what's going on? And then Yeah, it was like more than half the movie was over before they even got to Silent Hill. And I was like, that was sort of brilliant in the first game, where it was just like the games, or the first movie, where it was just like very short part outside of Silent Hill, and suddenly you're in Silent Hill, and that was the whole movie. It was like 46 minutes out of an hour and 34-minute movie for the second Silent Hill movie. It was like, they're not in Silent Hill yet. They're talking about it, and they're talking about why it's all messed up. And this person seems to know a lot, and he's telling the other person all about Silent Hill. It's just like, why aren't we there yet? I don't remember any of the games like this.
Interesting. Well, that's kind of disappointing, because I kind of wanted to see that movie.
Well, it's on Netflix, so you can see it for...
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you can see it for your Netflix subscription.
But I don't think I want to waste my time now that you can draw pooed on it.
Or like Tropical said, just watch the second half of the movie. That's when you actually go to Silent Hill.
Yeah, it won't make any sense, but you'll be there.
But of course, like what's stupid about the movie is like the same stuff happens from the first movie. It's like, what's the point of watching this movie? I'm just seeing the same stuff over and over again.
There was like one sort of really neat creature design. I think it's from the game.
That was the most... Are you talking about that mannequin thing?
Yeah.
Spider thing? That was the most terrible CG I've ever seen. Jesus. For like a movie that was released in theaters, holy shit, that looked terrible.
Yeah.
I just don't like the explanation where, Silent Hill, it's everywhere. It could come at any time. Like, what? Like, you were in this hotel room, and all of a sudden, where's Silent Hill? What?
Oh, really?
It was also, like, the ending, where they sort of very clearly maybe left it open to many, many sequels.
Uh-oh.
That part was like, oh, wow, it's that guy. Oh, and look, there's the other guy going.
Yeah.
It was like, no one even likes those games.
That's like weird. It's like, but the trucker, yeah, it's great, but isn't he supposed to be the origin story of Silent Hill? That makes no sense. And then you see, there's a prison guy.
The bus.
Oh, God, terrible.
Out there in the theater, is like, really? Yeah, I guess that was fan service. But which fans? Nobody liked those games.
Embarrassing. I guess I'll just stick to my Resident Evil then.
Yeah.
I enjoy those movies.
At least those movies, like, they know.
Yeah. It's like we're not even going to try to be anything except entertaining.
Nope.
So, here you go.
They made the first one. It's like, okay. It's like, they didn't like it because it wasn't like the games enough. So they made the second one more like it, sort of. And then it was like, you know what?
It's like, no, screw it. Yeah.
The world is over. All desert. And then later it wasn't.
Good times.
Plus, I think, man, the storyline was basically like the Japanese Ringu, where it's like, I'm gonna spoil it because that movie's stupid. Alyssa, they didn't explain this in the first movie, did they? Where she gets split in half.
Well, they said that
the good side and the bad side.
I think they kind of touched on it or something. I think so. Maybe.
Sort of. They said there was some sort of... what was good about the first one was that it was like the games and was left kind of unclear.
Yeah, even though there was that huge, monologue towards the end where they explained everything. But it's like... Yeah, it's still a good movie. I still appreciate it.
Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. The twist. The twist of not getting rescued. Man. Yeah, I don't...
Yes, exactly.
All right, so that's what I played and watched. Some of those several years ago. Stupid Silent Hill had to be on Netflix, and I was like, why was this bad? Oh, now I remember.
Right. just remove this from the queue real quick.
And I think I ended up watching 3 movies that day to wash out the first one. I was in the theater all day. That's what happens.
I don't think I've ever done that before. I need to watch more movies to wash out this terrible.
This is just so bad. I have to do something to forget about it.
The first time I did it was I watched Terminator 3, and I was like, what the heck was that? And then after that, I watched Pirates and Bad Boys 2. Like, immediately after. I was like, Bad Boys 2 is really fun. This weekend it was Man of Steel. It's like, aw, that was not as clever as I thought it would be. So then I watched World War Z. It's like, okay, I think I'm done. There's no hope today.
It's like I give up. We're going home.
I mean, I kind of want to watch This Is the End, but
I saw that.
I'm not sure. I'm afraid now.
It's a really entertaining movie. I enjoyed it. But it is not kid friendly, so you might want to find somebody to take care of your daughter and.
No, I go alone.
Oh, like the movie is definitely not. Even though there were like 12-year-olds in the theater, like who does no one card anymore? But I don't know. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yes.
Actually, on The Last of Us, it's like after playing that, I was like, I have like defined paradigms of like. Not like a hierarchy, but just like certain types of like zombie movies now. And like I'm not gonna talk about it now. Maybe if we ever do like a zombie like episode, but whatever. It's like I had like a genre defining moment after I played that game. I was like, yep, Last of Us. It's like its own thing. It's not even zombie. It's like yeah. It was like in my mind I was like, oh well yeah. Let me classify these, and I totally did. And yeah, but whew, man, what a tangent. Classic Tropical Tangent.
It's always him.
Absolutely.
We thought he was missing, but he came back with a tangent. Oh, that's his episode's name. Back with a tangent.
Ha!
There you go.
Get it? Because it's like...
Yeah. It's like back with a something, but it's a tangent.
Yeah, I gather. Don't explain.
And not a something.
Stop.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna hit stop here so we can pause for a break. And we'll come back with What You've Been Playing, Part 2. Part 2, what you've been playing. Do you want to go first, Gamer?
Who's left? You?
Me and you.
Just you two.
I'll go first. I've been playing much. I've just been playing a ton of Last of Us multiplayer. Oh my god. I'm like, I'm on week, week 20 level-wise. Like, that's how they compute how much time you've been spending in the game.
Oh, so you finished one.
Yeah, I finished one, got the trophy, and now on my way trying to get the second one. But my god, the tension of trying to get through a second time just to get a goddamn trophy is just killing me. That's why I could only play like probably a week or 2 weeks of matches before I was like, I have to quit, because getting some of those mission objectives, especially when you do them over and over again, they get harder and harder. So, and you can actually max out objectives.
Oh, really?
So I totally maxed out the healing one.
No.
And I was on my last 100% risk. Because the way the game works, did you guys ever explain it?
Kind of. Like, we did talk about the missions before.
Okay. So, I was on the last 100% risk mission where you could totally lose the metagame. And I had maxed out the healing one. I didn't know you could actually do that. I was like, oh my god. So which is like, I'm trying to see which is the easiest one to do. And of course, it's like the get the downs. So I was like, oh, thank God I haven't done this yet. So I only had to get like 9 downs in 3 matches, and that was like doable. So I was like, once I did that mission, I was like, fuck yeah, I did it. 12 weeks, yeah, I survived. Because like there was like a really awesome risk reward thing where it's like, do I want to get more supplies than I need to get more survivors? Because that would mean I have to do better each time I get more. So I just want to get the most minimal amount of supplies to keep my like survivors not really totally healthy. Some could get sick, some could be hungry, but it's like it's okay. I'm at an okay level because I don't want to get any more survivors because then that would mean I have to get more supplies. Yeah, that game multiplayer, even though a lot of people are saying it's bare bones, I think it's okay from what they've released. Like, there's enough game there to have a fun time.
Yeah.
And the 1 against 1s, the 3 against 1s that are happening. I always lose, by the way. Because I never know what to do in those situations where I freak out. Like, there's 3 people still alive. But one of me is I'm the last one alive. I think I only was successful once because I was, like, super awesome against a bunch of, like, 0 level people. So it made me feel good, but it's like, I really feel bad at the same time because, like, these people didn't know what they were doing. But it's like, when that moment happens, like, oh, this feels so good. Oh, yeah. Like watching that Tropical video. Like, telling him, oh my God, Tropical, there's a bomb, don't go there. There's a guy, I don't know if he's, because like when you're spectating, you can't see if the player is using listen mode. Yeah. You can just see them like crouch down, but you never see the black and white mode. So you're trying to use the fixed angles on the camera to see where the other opponent is. It's like, it's very cool. Even though technically they should turn off the mics of the helping team of the like same team so that it doesn't help the guy, like SOCOM style or Modern Warfare Search and Destroy. But it's still cool. I still like.
I would have felt bad. No, I actually saw that bomb before that guy suddenly turned on his mic. But then in the video you were saying like I saw him back there, and actually I had no idea where he was. I knew generally that he was somewhere behind those cars, but I didn't know which one.
Yeah. And
I was like, oh man, please don't be a tie. It was like, oh, I have 2. I'll just throw 1 behind each car.
Because I still remember, the only thing I don't like about what the game does, like when you're down to sudden death, the game will start pulsating on the radar where the enemies are. And I don't like that. Because especially if you like upgrade covert training, whatever it's called. If you upgrade to max, like you crouch, no one can listen to you. But since once that mode activates, the sudden death mode, the game will pulsate for you where the guy is. And like, that's kind of cheating, you know, in a way. It's like it sort of forces the player that doesn't want to get spotted because they're winning, let's say, and it forces them to be like just go for it, just kill the other dude. Doesn't matter where you are. But yeah, that game is really good. I like the stressful situation where it's like, okay, we killed 2 of them, but 2 of them have armor and they have rifles, so let's just plant some bombs, and then like just flank them 2 of you flank on the other side of the bridge on the dam level, and it's like the strategies that are just coming up is crazy, man. I don't know. The game is so good. So good.
I agree that the multiplayer is really good.
How long does it take to play through one of the seasons of multiplayer in real time?
Let's say
12 times 7 times like 30 minutes.
Yeah. Let's say like 10 hours. 9 to 10 hours.
That's a while.
That's quite a bit.
Yeah.
So good. Tekken, have you played it yet?
No, I haven't played it.
Oh, man.
He's scared.
Just think of it as a cooperative game, because if you do it that way, everyone's gonna win. But if
playing against humans, gamer, humans.
They recently patched it so that you'll be playing in like I forgot what it was called in Call of Duty. Was it Mercenaries or something?
Oh yeah, you can play where there's no parties.
Yeah, no parties, because like that's the first way. Like if you go, like say, before the patch, you join a game, then you see the other people. It's like, oh, they have max levels. Like let's say that you see a level 20, a level 30, a level 25, let's say, in that list. But you don't know if they're in a party because they're not colored or anything. But you know from those numbers, oh, those guys are in a party for sure. So I back out the research. But this time, you can just go to that mode. I forgot what it's called. Shit. No parties mode, whatever. And you can just try to cooperate with the random people in your team. But man, there was just one person on there that was a huge dick. Like every game he was complaining, "Oh, my teammates suck. My teammates suck." Of course, I'm on his team because like I kind of laughed at when because like it was like first minute, and then like we were in Billstown, we were in the bar, or we were on the second floor above the bar, and he was on the staircase, and he got shot. He gets killed instantly. It's like, gamer, why didn't you help me out, dude? Oh my god, you're the worst teammate ever. It's like, then I just like clicked on my headset, mute. It's like, dude, you don't treat your teammates that way, and they won't help you at all.
Yeah.
Sometimes I want to tell people, just stick together, because if you go alone, unless you're really good, you won't survive. Especially 2 against 1, like, there's no way. There's no way. But yeah, I'm having a fun time with that.
Wow, I'm finding that we play very differently. Like when I see people or a party, I was like, "Oh, awesome, a challenge!"
Oh God, no way.
And it's like, "Oh, I'm all about survivors." Like supply rate is like, man, I'm not used to respawning.
Yeah, Survivor is really good. I like Survivor because every round is a new. Everything resets. Yeah. Like. Except for parts, of course. But, like, everything resets. No one has all the Molotovs or grenades in the world, so that's... But, man, like, I do like having a challenge. Like, if I see someone that's, like, 5 levels up, okay, that's cool. But if I see someone that's, like, level 50, screw that. I'm only, like, 19 now. It's like, no way. I know he has enough experience and skill to go that high and say, I know where the not checkpoints, the
supply points.
Not supply points, but the points of where there's gonna be a lot of battles.
Like choke point.
Oh, bottleneck.
Yeah.
Bottlenecks, yes. Where he knows where the bottlenecks are. He knows what to place at what point. You know, that type of player. So I'm not there yet. I'm still getting there, but I'm okay. I'm an okay player. So yeah. Yeah, we play differently, but I'm scared of shit when I see someone hang up with them. It's like, but at the same time, if they're on your team, you're like, yeah, we're gonna dominate. But like, I'm like sort of a sore loser at the same time, like, because like all my shots are like totally missing the target, and I'm like, oh, this game is laggy. This game is not recognizing my controls. This game sucks. But at the same time, man, what if I just sucked at that moment? But yeah, like that game's good. It's really good. I think everyone should try it out.
Yeah.
We should have like some. Even though there's like private matches won't give you survivors or won't give you supplies, like you should have a match going. That would be pretty fun.
That would be fun, actually. Actually, I'm not sure. I would like to try it though. I'm really into the meta game. Survivors, they need their food.
Like there was one moment because I was doing so poorly. I was playing with another guy member, Zach. I was 0 healthy survivors. 50 survivors were hungry, and like 3 were sick. I was like, oh my god. I'm never gonna recover. So I was like, oh, Zach, I'm good for tonight. So I backed out of the party, and I went to like mercenaries mode and just like healed people. They went on like parts raid, and then like I was able to like recover. It's like, oh, dude, because like when I play with Zach, he doesn't like back out when he sees someone better than him. He just like plays. So like, we're getting dominated. I was like, oh my god, my survivors. I won't get that goddamn trophy. Like, yeah, the game's, man, that game's great. We should play with more people.
Tekken.
Tekken.
Don't look at me.
Come on. It's exactly the same as the single player, except... yeah.
Exactly the same tropical.
Except completely
pretty
different.
much, except for the cutscenes.
Exactly.
And, yeah, like, it's just the combat parts of the single player. And it's not like Gears, where in Gears, you know, single player you use cover a lot, and in multiplayer it's totally worthless, because they can shoot the little top of your head that pokes out above cover. But then, The Last of Us, like, multiplayer is so much like the single player. You have to use the same sort of tactics, and except you got real people backing you up. And I guess the flip side is real people are fighting against you, but still, you know, they're not.
See, I think it's funny because, like, I don't want to play Last of Us multiplayer, but I'm really looking forward to the Spies vs. Mercenaries in the new Splinter Cell, so it's like, I don't know, that's weird. And it probably does, no, it doesn't play exactly the same, but it is still like team versus team, but yeah, whatever.
Well, anyway, we should try it out. An RPG, you should get it.
But then I'd have to get it. I'm thinking about it. If I'm still debating, because like I said, it's like I have like 2 or 3 games coming out these next couple of months. I don't want to get it, and then it just gets neglected. So
I mean, I feel like the single player might be one of those games where you're just like, it's okay. It was okay. But I don't know. I'm sort of confused about it myself. And but the multiplayer, yeah, difficult to say with next gen coming and all.
Yeah.
Still, right now, I feel like they should have more. I don't know if free to play is the way to go, but more sort of just like multiplayer only, you know, at a discount or whatever. And it's just like, if that's what you're interested in, we have digital now, so you don't have to sell the whole thing. You know, not everyone has to buy a combo. Why can't we have the single player and multiplayer separate and just be cheaper?
That's a good idea. Cause I think younger people probably tend to play more multiplayer stuff anyway because it's like with their friends and it's like what they're into at the time. But it's like for me, as I'm aging, I hate to say that word, but like I feel like I'm just so I have to play like a story hook game to be like, oh man, I got to get into this and its characters and this location and all this other stuff. It's like I feel weird. I feel like I have a stick up my butt and I don't have as much fun as I used to. But it's like I don't know, it's weird.
Maybe you should take.
I can't just like let go and play multiplayer and be like, oh, let me. Yeah, I think I've just had too many bad whatchamacallits. Wow, blanking there. Bad experiences. Or I guess not bad. Just like I'm just tired of it. It's like I'm so over it. It's like multiplayer. It's multiplayer. Whatever.
You know, actually, The Last of Us in some ways reminds me of playing Payday the Heist. Because it's like, you know, the thing about the difference between real people and AI is that real people tend to be more unpredictable. But Payday the Heist was also really unpredictable. And so you're working with your team and you're trying to figure out how to get past all these pretty ridiculous situations where you are heavily outnumbered and outgunned. And it's like, I guess what Gamer was saying, The Last of Us multiplayer is like a co-op game.
I guess I'll play it eventually, just not anytime soon, because Mass Effect, sorry.
No, he's just scared.
Shut up, dude.
Well, he's gonna get rolled over like the first 1 hour of when he's playing. He's trying to figure out which is which.
We'll just team up. It'll be fine.
So, Gamer, what else have you been playing?
I've been playing Spartacus Legends.
What is that? Because I saw you playing that, and I was like, what is game we're playing?
It's like a free-to-play brawler set in Roman times.
Brawler?
And well, it's a fighting game, but it's like with pretty much basic sword attacks. Like there's different weapons. Each weapon has a different combo set, but it's pretty much just kill the other guy. That's your objective. And the thing is, like, it's sort of like a bad game. It's so mindless, but at the same time, I can't stop playing.
Weird.
I think it's free.
Yeah.
Right?
The thing is, you see the hooks, the pay-to-win hooks, where you have to level up to access new weapons, and these new weapons will up your rank in the game. And the thing is, if you have gold, you can just unlock them right away and get the instant boost that you need to fight certain enemies. But the thing is, if you play it like I just want to not pay a cent, you have to like play a ton of the same battles over and over again. But the thing is, I find it okay. It's like I just kill all these dudes left and right. And it's awesome.
Is it though?
Is it bloody like the show?
I've never seen the show, but I was able to decapitate and maim people.
Oh my.
And the only way to decapitate or maim people is by increasing your crowd favor. That means you get like consecutive hits in a row, or you do taunts and they will increase your crowd favor. And once it maxes out, and you as you do the last blow, like I will just stand there and you press any button on the controller, and it'll do an execution move. And the thing is, you could buy perks that will enable new moves, new execution moves. So I had this perk where it's like bullseye. So the guy just drops, and you just get your sword and impale his head. So that's a perk. You can only use it 5 times overall. So you have to buy it again. Like it's like 500 silver coins to buy again, which is not hard to get. So, but the thing is, there's other executions where they cost gold, and the only way to gain gold in the game is to gain levels. So I don't know what will happen once you max out your level. How would you be able to get gold? So that's a big problem. But yeah, game is all right for a free-to-play title. Yeah. And I played 400 Days, so...
I hear that's terrible.
400 Days?
400 Days, Walking Dead.
Yeah.
You heard it's
okay.
terrible? Really?
Nope. But, you know.
It's okay. It's not... It's a good, what do you call it? Teaser for the next season.
I would say it's appetizer, man, because I played and I was like, oh my god, I want more. It's like, oh... I wish I would have took that hit of that joint, man, because man, need another hit. Again with the drugs. I'm sorry.
I like one of the stories like a lot. Like the way they presented it, the way the music heightens and shit. Like, oh my god, this is just like a TV show. It's like I was like, whoa, like doing like those like weird audience noises when that was happening. So it was great.
Everyone needs a good studio audience.
I love how it ends because it basically seems like that's where it's going to pick up in season 2, maybe. Yeah. Which would be awesome.
And I was pretty. It was like split down the middle where who stayed and who left. I don't want to say it, so I just want to say there's a situation where it's like people will be split. Who like someone will go, someone will leave, or whatever. But yeah, but at the end, it's like it seemed like certain characters they wrote off a bit too quickly. But I guess that had to happen because the episode's pretty short. It's like an hour and a half long, so
yeah,
it's not that long.
Yeah.
It's a good teaser.
Wow,
pretty much it.
I don't know if I'm sold.
I played 400 Days too. It was great. If you like The Walking Dead, pick it up. It is like, man. It's cool because it's different from season 1 because just like what they do with the whole, you have one character, one story, but then you play 5 different characters and you can like see how like they all are in like different areas from season 1, where they come like through or like come across characters from season 1. And it's like, oh man, that's awesome! Like that was great. That was just like amazing job by Telltale, just like to do that. And like I can't wait to like play through my imported game to see like what happens and like what happened, because I played on PS3 first and they had like auto generate stuff, and then like from that I saw some stuff that like I didn't do that, but then I was like, oh, and I didn't even like notice something in one of mine, but then like someone in my stream when I was playing it on Twitch was like, oh, that's so and so, and I was like, oh, there you go. So yeah, but man, Walking Dead, it kind of makes me want to like just not even buy the individual episodes. I should just like buy it in the season back, because I would not be able to contain myself of like waiting for new episodes. That's just, oh my gosh. It's like waiting for like a new issue of a comic book every month. Terrible. But besides that, I had like my number one like craziest moment ever in like video gamedom happen, and it's all because of a Nintendo 3DS Street Pass. Because I come home Monday and I'm all like, oh, let me look at my Street Passes, and then like, okay, so you have like your Miis that you meet, and they have like a name, and then they have like a greeting, and then like one of them's greeting was like, Pamela Horton 13, and I was like, okay, that's weird, because like usually it's like, hi, whatever. It's not like some weird identifiable like internet thing, and I was like, should I look this up? I don't know, dude. And I like did, and apparently this lady's like a playmate, and I was like, what? And then like,
what?
I did even more research, dude, and she is like from the area I live in, and I was like, oh, dude, did I just like street pass with a playmate? I think I just street passed with a playmate. Oh my gosh, that was.
I guess they play games too.
I don't think I'm ever gonna top that. And I was like, wow, that was wow.
I actually have a question about the Street Pass.
Did you add her? Did you add her?
Did I add her to what?
How do you add her?
To your Street Pass family, whatever.
Yeah, but I
think it auto does that. Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, so she'll be in your life forever.
Oh, gamer. What's like the range on the Street Pass anyway? Because it's like sometimes I'll leave my 3DS at my apartment and I'll come home and see like Street Pass, but I'm like, okay, I didn't take it anywhere. Why are there Street Passes on here? So I'm like, are there people like climbing up by my apartment or something?
It's probably people in the apartment.
I hope so, because otherwise it's going to be all creepy. Like, oh my god, now I'm going to be all paranoid.
When I was working at Best Buy, occasionally I would have to like actually walk into their sections. Mm-hmm. But then sometimes it would be, I don't know, maybe the signals just found each other and I'd be at the door and they'd be, in the warehouse in the back and the Street Pass would activate. I was like, that's so weird. And sometimes like we'd be standing next to each other with the 3DSs like touching each other and nothing would happen. Whoops. So it seems kind of random.
Weird. But still creepy.
But, to continue my story, in my greeting, I have Aimless Podcast. If you're out there, Pamela Horton 13, and you just happen to be, listening to podcasts.
God.
And you'd like to, get in touch with me, for any reason,
Don't do it.
I'm,
it's terrible.
Ready and willing and stuff. You just want to, hang out and play video games, anytime, just saying. But, besides that awesomeness of the week, also... Well, I guess I'll talk about that in the break. I don't want to, creep her out. So, yeah, she's real awesome and stuff.
Damage has been done.
Besides that, so I talked about 400 Days. It was great. So I started streaming stuff on Twitch, and so I played, no, I didn't play Borderlands. I played some Mass Effect 3, so I'm trying to get through that so I can start my playthrough. Well, not the final playthrough, but, like, my final part, or complete the trilogy basically on YouTube, because I have part 1 and 2 and I haven't done 3 yet. So, I started playing all the DLC, so I was like in between playthroughs. So I'm finally wrapping it up to start again. So that will be fun. And I played some Res HD because YouTube stuff. And yeah, Area 5 never gets old. I love that stage. So good. Did I play any Borderlands 2? I don't think I went back and played Borderlands 2. So. But I will be playing through the DLC with my high-level character on the low-level difficulty because I don't want to care. I mean, I don't want to try. So I just want to stroll through and be like, la 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 la, shoot dudes in the face and have them fall over and die. Because, yeah. And even though none of the loot that falls out of them is like nice and purple and tasty, it doesn't matter. It's still fun. And then I played some more stuff for Steam to try to get some badges. Oh, Left 4 Dead 2. I had not played this game in like a year, maybe. I don't know. It's been months, years. I don't know. Like, I haven't played this since we started playing it back in the day. And then I went back and played it. Man, that game still holds up. Like, so good. I played it with strangers, and like that's what I love about co-op games. You can just pick it up and play and be like, oh man, let's have fun. And then like, one of the people in my group's name was oh, that's the other cool thing. I was playing it, and since they just came out with badges, I'm not sure if like people that like just got the game were playing it, or like how I got matched up with them in like the dedicated server, because I was using dedicated server thingy to like just get a quick match. I'm not sure if it was dedicated server. I hit quick match and just went into a match. And so like when I cleared the Dead Center campaign, because I jumped in somebody's match like midway through. Actually, it was the Heavy Rain one, or not the Heavy Rain, but the Rain one with the witches and the mill that you'd go through. Oh, and so that one, man, it looks good still. Like, I hadn't played this game in like a long time, but then like playing it and like the weather effects and just like it looks wow. Just for a game that uses the Source engine, oof, still looks good. So I was surprised by that. And then it was cool because like when we finished the finale, it showed the thing that popped up where so and so like gained the achievement for like clearing that campaign for like 2 of the people in there. I was like, they never played this before, so that's pretty cool. And I forgot how awesome the game was, cause, like the finales and like the tanks and just like the randomness of like when stuff comes out of like nowhere and like you don't know what to expect because you don't know what's around every corner. It was great. And then after that, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and play another round of Left 4 Dead. So I like went to another game, and then it was the I think it was the mall one. Oh yeah, because we had to fill up the gas canister thingies. And I used our strategies that we had of like getting them and like throwing them down to the car, and like we all survived. It was great.
I played that level on the 360 though.
And Left 4 Dead 2 can't man, just it never gets old. That game is just still good. Besides that, I played through like a part of Portal 2 because I was trying to get my badges for that one, and I got them. But then because I didn't know if I had to like start a new game or load my old one, so I started a new game and then I played through a bit of that. I still need to go back and finish it. Probably, I might, who knows, whatever. Let's see. Besides that, what else did I play on PC? Oh, I think did I talk about Marvel Heroes? Well, anyway, they had like it's weird, this game. Like every time I'm on Facebook, they're always saying like, oh, the servers are back up. Oh, the servers are down for maintenance. Servers are back up. Servers are down. It's like that game is like up and down with like. Why should I even be playing it? Because, you know, it's like, I don't go to play, but I'm always being told, oh, the servers are down for maintenance. I'm like, well, and then, like, it's weird, because, like, sometimes I'll get, like, oh, I want to play, and then I'll be, like, look on Facebook, and be like, oh, we're down for maintenance, so it's like, but then it's weird, they had a patch that, like, basically did a bunch of, like, buffs and character changes, and like, everybody had to, like, reroll their characters, so I went in to roll all my characters, so now my thing is basically a tank that can, like, take damage and deal damage, and that's him. And then my Daredevil is also going to be a DPS character that just like deals out damage and you know he has like one evade maneuver. Besides that, it's all damage. So all damage all the time in that game because that's like when it's at its funnest. Well, I guess I haven't unlocked any other characters because it's free to play and you can only get them from the loot drops. But I haven't done enough playing. So yeah. And then besides that, oh, Faster Than Light. This game. Okay, so so in Steam you can like go to the badge area. I'm sorry, I still talk like I'm taken. So yeah, I still talk like weirdo. But like, so I went to the badge area at Steam where it has like all the games that like lists of like, oh, you have this game and it has badges and blah 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 blah. So basically, I went there. And then I'm playing. I haven't played this game before, but I hear like a bunch of awesome stuff. Like that's why I bought it. And so I'm like, all right, I can finally play this game. So I'm playing it, and I go through the tutorial, and then I start a new game on easy. Cause so I'm like, oh, okay, this will. I die in like 20 minutes or something. It was ridiculous because somehow there's a hull breach, and then like the air because I had not even upgraded the ship. This is like maybe the first or second system that I went to. We got attacked. We won the fight, but the ship like suffered irreparable damage to where air basically was just seeping out of the ship, and there was no way to fix it, like none. Like, and it's weird because every time I've played I've played like 5 more games, that's never happened. But then like it was sad for me because you can name the ship and your crewmates before you start, and I totally named them as Mass Effect cast, and then we had like a very short-lived tragic life in my first game. I was like, what the F, FTL, what the F.
So it was basically Mass Effect 2 then.
It was Gabriel. I didn't think about that. It's funny because like I named the ship like Normandy SRX, and then like I named the commander dude with like Shepard, and then Liara Tassoni, and then Garrus Vakarian. She got like 3 crewmates, and then I was like, all right, let's do this. And then we got converted. And I was like, why? So after that, I was like, all right. So that's how it's gonna be FTL. And I like went back for my quest for revenge. I didn't even like bother naming the ship. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do this. And so like I played, but then like I saved my game and had to come back to it. But I made it over halfway through. I think because I didn't. Okay, so basically this game is crazy. So there are different systems of the ship, and there's different like subsystems. And as you play, you get scrap, which is basically the currency, and you can trade the scrap to upgrade different parts of the ship. And you can also and then like also you have like different crewmates, and you start with 3, or depending on like which stuff you have unlocked. I've only unlocked 2 ships, and so in the ship there's different areas of the ship. It's kind of like Star Trek, where it's like, you have your engineering, you have the bridge, you have weapons, all that other stuff. And so this one you have like engines, weapons, shields, piloting, and something else, medbay, some other stuff. And like each different area controls a different system of the ship. So it's like if your medbay goes down, you can't heal anybody. If your shields go down, you're effed because your shields aren't going to go up and you won't be able to like withstand attacks. If your piloting goes down, or navigation, whatever, if that goes down, you won't be able to like jump out of the system that you're currently in, which is cool because like if you're getting your ass kicked, you can just be like, all right, let's jump to the more light speed, get out of here. I did that like one time because it's like, oh my gosh. And then engines is like your maneuverability. Actually, I think I reversed that. Maneuverability is piloting, and then like engines are like, actually it's gonna be the same thing. I think one's a subsystem, one's a like regular system. And then you have your weapons, which power your weapons. So if like that blows up, you can't shoot or fight. So you're like crap, where you're like sitting ducks here in the water. And man, that game, so good. Like it is like wow. Just like I think it came out last year, so I would like have to say it's the hidden gem of last year, but whatever. Like I'm like just instantly addicted because it. Not only does it have like all the stuff I just talked about and like the currency thing, but like in order to keep like going, you have to like keep your fuel up, you have to keep your crew not dead, and then you have to like keep your systems your ship's systems like repaired or they won't work, and they also need power, so you have to like manage all these it's all this like micromanagement on top of like this like tactical combat, and it's so good, just so good. And then the second game I played after the death of the Normandy was my revenge playthrough is like my like best one so far because like that's the other thing. So basically, every time you jump to a new system in this game, there'll be like a dialogue box, and they'll be like, you see a pirate ship that is stranded in between a meteor in the system. Do you shoot them? Do you just kill the pirates to take their ship, or do you try to get them free and like see what happens there? And so you have like all these different things that happen that you have to like be like, okay, how are we going to handle this? On top of like getting attacked every turn, because basically the story for the game is you're trying to escape the it's either the rebels or the Empire or whatever, and get back to like your home system, and you only have like you can only go like so far before your fuel runs out, and then unless you keep your fuel full and then like on top of that with your weapons you don't have unlimited ammo, so it's like every time you fire a missile, like you ain't getting that missile back. Like you have like a set amount, and like once you're out of missiles, you can only use your lasers if you have like depending on the ship you're using. And then like I unlocked, because I did such a good job my second time through, I got like 5 systems in, and then I was like there's like a really big map and you have to get to the end end game. And then I didn't get to the end, so I got like halfway through before I ran out of fuel. Oh my gosh, okay. And then here's the other thing. So basically, when you're in a system, like as you warp to like different subsystems or sectors within that system, there'll be like this red bar that is like the rebellion / empire or whatever they're called, coming to get you. And so as you spend more time in that system, it'll like fill up the screen. So I ran out of fuel, but I was like towards the end of the system, and like the red bar hadn't even started growing yet, and so I didn't know what was going to happen because I'd never ran out of fuel yet. And so basically, I kept hitting the I think it's launch or warp or whatever to like do the FTL thing to get to the next system, and I couldn't because I had no fuel, so I had to like click it and be like wait, and so like the red bar just like was like looming over me, like growing and growing and growing into the screen. I was like, oh no, we're gonna get overtaken, and I didn't know what would happen then. And so, like right before we're about to get overtaken, there's a screen that's like, and like each time I'm clicking this, it's like a dialogue screen of like stuff that's happening. And so like the second time I hit it, it was like there's some debris that flies by the ship. Do you want to go outside and investigate? And I was like, okay, click, and it's like, oh, we found all these supplies, but no fuel. And I was like, oh, come on. And then so we had like all these supplies that I used to like upgrade the ship. And I was like, all right, well, at least we might stand a fighting chance if we have to fight. And then I click it a few more times, and then like right before the ship gets overtaken with like the red bar, it's like, oh, you see a distant frigate. It approaches by, and you try to signal it to your ship to get them to rescue you, but they just ignore you and pass by. I was like, oh, come on. They're going to leave me drifting, and it's like, A, that made me angry, but B, I had been, like, helping other people in the other dialogue trees. I've been like, oh, let me help this person that's getting assaulted by pirates, or, oh, the slavers have these people, let me see. It's like, what the F, man? It's like, where's my reciprocation for, like, doing good things in the imaginary galaxy I was playing in? What the F is that, man? That's
Stranger danger.
No karma.
Stranger danger. How is it stranger danger when I'm helping the strangers and they don't help me? What is that?
Well, they're a bit smart. I was about to say they have stranger danger. You don't. Like this guy, he's calling for help, but he might be trying to board and pillage us or something. Oh, I don't trust him.
And then that's the other cool thing is like sometimes the dialogues are like, okay, there's this pirate ship, and they they message you of like, we're just pirates, and you know we're not gonna fight you. We don't want to fight. It's like you can choose to like, okay, let them go, or you're like, pirates, kill them. Or it's like the dialogue choices are just like hilarious. Like the way that they're described, it's like kill pirates or pirates. They have no souls or something funny. It's just so great. And so let's see. After I got halfway through, I got a new ship, but it was a completely different ship than the ship I've been using. So it's basically just like a engineer exploratory vessel. It's not even like meant for combat. So it's not as aggressive, but it is cool because it's like completely different than like the ship I was just using all these different times. So it's like a completely different strategy of like using this one to get to the end of like what would I do, as if I, instead of doing what I was doing with the first vehicle I had, which was pretty combat, or not combat intensive, but like if you run into a fight, you're ready to fight with this ship. Whereas the engineer ship, it's like you might be effed. So it's pretty good balance there. But FTL, man, oh, check it out. It is totally worth it. I got it for like $7.50 on a Steam sale or something. I don't know. I forgot it for really cheap. It's worth it. For like $10. So check it out. I think that's all I've been playing.
For sure.
Oh wait, PSP. Vanguard Bandits. Vanguard Bandits. Oh man, that game got really good. Like it was really like mediocre for a while, but then crescendo, and oh dudes, so good. Like. Not only is it good, but there are like I can see like why it was added to the PS1 classics, and like well, I'm not going to get into it, but yeah, blah blah blah, Vanguard Bandits. So basically, I'm sorry, Vanguard Bandits.
Wow.
So like on top of it, I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I have like I don't know. It must be like since I only
take a breath.
All those drugs, they'll do it to you.
You know, we only podcast one time a week, and this is the only time I can like get all this gaming stuff off my chest. So I have to like, you know,
You have Facebook.
So this is how you release. Wow.
That sounds dirty when you say it like that. I mean,
no, it's like it's all pent up.
That's
my weekly release for my H-Spot. Yeah.
Oh God. Here we go.
So yeah, Vanguard Bandits. So. This game, it's crazy because like the second stage is I'm not saying it's extremely difficult, but if you have not been playing strategy RPGs and you just go into the game like, oh, what's this game? You'll get murdered, you'll get demolished, and like it's very, very tough. However, because I'm so awesome at Final Fantasy Tactics, and it is like taught me over the years like all these strategies and stuff, and I've evolved as a person into master tactician. I was able to beat that stage and move on. And it's cool, this game, because it starts so bare bones. Like, you can only move and attack. You don't have any skills, you don't have any abilities. It's just like, move, attack, flanking maneuvers, know how to maneuver the other dudes, and stuff. And it doesn't even, like, explain the subsystems of the game, because you have, like, there's all these bars. It's like HP, FP, AP. It doesn't explain any of that. And I was like, I'm not reading the manual, so this crap, I'm just going to play the game. So I've just been playing the game. I don't even know what I'm doing. And I'm just like, it's so good. So basically, so like, oh, this game. So basically, it's so cool because there are times in the game when you, as the main protagonist, who is like the, how should I say this without spoiling it? It's a gold game, but unlike Gamer, I do not like to spoil games. So you're basically this important dude. So you're this important dude, and then like eventually you have like these times when people will be like, "Oh, important dude, what should we do?" And you'll be like, and then it like lets you choose. So it's like quasi Mass Effect, but not. So it's like, you know, you can be like, "Oh, let's do this," or "Oh, let's do that." And so, you know, I haven't played. This is like my first playthrough, so I need to go back and see like does this have any effect on stuff. But like you do stuff, and it seems like there might be some, oh, if I do this, stuff will happen differently. So, you know, I need to play this game after I finish the first time through. And on top of that, it's really cool what they do. So, sorry, I'm gushing over this old game, but it's so cool. Okay, another reason I'm gushing over this is, before I get to like the next subsystem I'm about to talk about, is that like giant robots, dude. Giant robots in like mystical feudal times, like Far East Asia. So awesome. Like, that setting, it's like Escafone, but not. It's like, come on, like, how many times do you see that in the game? Exactly, except for, like, awesome JRPGs that aren't made anymore, so it's like, oh, Vanguard Bandits, oh.
I was about to say, there's plenty of
really?
stuff in JRPGs.
Really? Is it a strategy RPG, turn-based RPG game?
I mean, I'm sure they exist.
In the Americas? They're not like,
well,
oh,
maybe not in
Japan.
Americas.
There you go.
You know,
there you go.
But to be fair, we don't get a lot of things, so I mean,
back to Vanguard Bandits. So basically, like before a mission, you can talk to like a certain amount of party members. This is JRPG, not RPG or JRPG. So you have like, you know, you have like a couple people in your party, but like as time goes by, it gets bigger and bigger, and it's like, who am I going to talk to? And you can only talk to 3 people, and then like the important dude, you're already like, well, we don't have any more time. So it's like, I'm wondering like, this is going to have any effect. A, that, and B, there's like faces next to the characters that have like emoticons that like is showing stuff that's going down, or not stuff that's going down, but like their emotion level. So it's like, maybe if you ask the people with like weird stuff next to them, like you might chill them out, or like maybe you'll make them all irrationally. I don't know, this is my first playthrough, so I'm not even sure if this has like any effect if you like don't talk to them, whatever. I thought it was a cool thing that they added. It was great. And so where I'm at now in the game is you get this like really awesome, powerful mech, and it's like really awesome and super important. And so you have that.
Is it awesome and super important?
And
it sure is. Oh yeah, it is
like.
It's called like the Ultra.
Are you sure?
It even has this like super awesome important name. It's like the Ultra Gunner. It's like, ooh, my ATEC is called the Ultra Gunner. What's yours called? Yeah, because it's not super important and awesome. Haha. And so because you're the important dude in the game. So you get that.
Are you important?
Yes, you are.
I can't tell.
Shut up, RPG. Vanguard Bandits. It's a good game. Just, I say buy it. If it's $5.99 on PlayStation Network, buy it because it's totally worth it. If you're into if you're into the genre of like strategy RPGs and like JRPGs, like
I am.
It just like is, unless you're RPG Maniac 5, I would say this is like nothing you've ever played before because it's like so awesome and like setting and like the stuff they do with the characters and the dialogue and just giant effing robots and I forgot one thing. I know I had talked about this last time, but the battle system, it has grown on me. I have grown to love this battle system where it's like, oh, you move, and you attack, and it shows a cutscene like Shining Force, and it's all like polygonal and like janky looking from back in the day, but it's just so cool, because it's like, man, what other game does this? Exactly.
Are any of the characters important or anything in there in the game?
What do you mean, are they important? What's that supposed to mean, RPG?
Like, is any of the like main characters super awesome robots, that kind of thing?
Shut up. Shut up.
Sure you wanna... But wait, so the battle system itself, though, because you said it's a strategy RPG, but if it's like playing, you said it's like playing cutscenes in between stuff, or
it's like when you go to fight. Okay, so basically you walk up to a dude and you're like attack. So instead of like just being like ding 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 and like showing some like janky animation, it pans out to this like giant mech on giant mech. One's going to attack and the other's going to block. Oh, that's the other thing. It's like okay. So when you're attacking or being attacked, you have this. When you're being attacked, you have this like list of stuff. It's like attack, defend, avoid, counter, and like each thing costs like AP or FP or whatever. But I have like no idea how it works because I haven't looked it up. And so like, you have like these really cool like dynamics, like freaking animations that'll play in the cutscene if like he dodges or if he blocks or he like dodges any attacks, and it's just like nothing I've ever seen before. It's like why I'm like I cannot get over this game. It's like in my mind, this is a game I wanted, and it's like I did not know this game existed, and I played it, and it got to that point, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is that game. It's like I fell into a time machine, and it's like we found something you've been looking for all this time, and it already existed, and it's like, oh my gosh, that's so awesome, thank you, time machine person. Like,
I'm gonna need you to calm
down.
It
truly is a PS1 classic because it's classic, and it's like it already existed, and I didn't know. It's like, oh, it's like the old JRPG goodness days of like anime games, of like looking like anime characters. I don't care because I like that crap. So it's like, oh man, I fell in love again. It's like I fell in love again with a game called Vanguard Bandits. I didn't even know what was up with this game. And I played it. It had giant robots. I was like, oh, giant robots. Oh, giant robots are awesome. I got a thing for them. What can I say? Yep. There's probably more stuff to talk about here at Vanguard Bandits, but I think I've gone on long enough about Vanguard Bandits. I might have forgotten some stuff. There's some like cool level uppy stuff where like you get to pick your stats of like what am I going to increase, what am I going to not increase, and then like gives you skills based on what you increase, and it's like, oh, that's cool. And then like when you go to the shops, there's like okay, it's kind of bare bones, but you buy the equipment and you know it adds to your stats. Oh, that's the other thing. One of the characters in my party right now has like really high agility, and like that's all I keep like maxing out. And he has like this ninja looking like mech, and so like when they attack him, he's all like, oh, he's not like washa, but like he does like he does like this cool animation that's all like ninja-y, and like they can't hit him, so he's all like, haha, I'm a ninja in a robot suit. So it's like, oh man, make a ninja, yeah. So this game. It warms my heart and my soul because, you know, sometimes I feel like the game industry is doomed, but this game is like taken. Dude, even if it is doomed, there's all awesome games to play that you ain't played before, and they will revitalize you like this one has in Vanguard Bandits. That's it, like Vanguard Bandits, FTL, like 2 games. I had not even, you know, FTL is like on my list of games to play, and I played it, and Vanguard Bandits got awesome really fast, and I was like, ooh, Vanguard Bandits, I love you, so. That was my week, and I got a Street Pass with the Playmate. It was great, so, yep, kind of the best week ever for Tekken. Kind of the best week ever.
Wow.
And I got a Mass Effect, so yeah.
Well.
Great.
Oh my.
I think that's all I've been playing. Maybe more, but what?
Vanguard Bandits.
I'm sorry, Pidgey, your voice was all robot-y right there.
Yeah, no. Everything got all weird for a second there.
Microsoft, you suck.
Yeah, seriously. That was strange.
Oh, I want to say I was wrong about Killer Instinct. It is only free to play.
Really?
Yep. Because they said there was like misinformation, and it's only free to play. So that's hilarious.
Everyone's going to be using the same character?
Well,
everyone's going to be using
somebody's
Jago,
going to buy.
Yeah.
Some people are going to buy.
Someone will buy, but don't. So be prepared to be against Jago all the time.
That doesn't sound fun.
Oh, and Tekken, how did you find about Vanguard Bandits? Because I bought it just to support the publisher, because it took them a lot of money to release it out here.
Okay, so what am I how did I find out about it?
Yeah, about it.
Okay, so basically, one of my relics from my days of gaming, back when I used to be a collector, is like my issue number, I don't know, it's like 50 or something. It's some weird issue of like PlayStation Magazine, and then like they basically had like a whole breakdown of like JRPGs, and like back in the day when I was a young, what's that word? There's like a word for this.
Connoisseur.
No, when I was a young deprived child with only a Nintendo 64, and then like I was turned on to Final Fantasy 7, and I was like, dude, more, and then like there's nothing like that until like Ogre Battle and like freaking Quest 64, and like just nothing, just like desert. There was nothing of that, and then like I was like, okay, basically, I'm sorry. Like, back to your question about...
Yeah,
none
of that had to do with the answer?
Did it sound like it did, Tropical?
I tried to tell an anecdote, and it's just going terribly, so I'm trying to get back to the point. So one of my relics of like back when I was a video game collector is like this old issue of PlayStation magazine that has like all these JRPGs in it, and like it has like top 100 JRPGs of PlayStation whatever. Because I started like reading that crap to just like get my fix because I couldn't on N64 and like just actually after I got my PS2 I was like buying old PS1 games. That's what it was. Cause, like that's how I got Xenogears and like all that crap. So. Okay, so I was reading that, and like it had this whole section of like just niche, whatever. How I say it wrong, I don't give a f. Niche JRPG games, and then like Vanguard Bandits was on there, and I was reading it. I was like, oh well, I'd like to play this game sometime. And it came to the PlayStation Network store, and I was like, I remember this game. I must play it, and let's play it. Because like this was after I played Arc the Lad, which back in the day you could get like a box set of like 3 discs. It was like it's crazy. Like I was basically fiending for like PS1 JRPGs, and I was like so envious of like PlayStation users. I had a 64, and I was broke. I was a kid. I was deprived. I could not get a job in like any of this stuff. So I was like, oh man, I'd just like to get all this awesome stuff. And then like freaking back in the day, like it was just like shelves and shelves of like all these awesome JRPGs. And like back when like Japan was awesome and like made well, I guess that's not true. Back when there's like a ton of JRPGs on like proliferating on PS1 and like it was that time, it was that era. That was the thing. And then I was just like I was all fapping all over that stuff. And so like I was like, ooh, Vanguard Bandits. And then I saw it on the PlayStation Store. I was like, ooh, I can finally play it. So I played it. I bought and downloaded it, but since I have like such a ginormous backlog, I did not get to it until like just recently because I was like going through all these games that I like didn't know what to play. I was just like going through the Rolodexes, and I landed on Vanguard Bandits. I was like, you know what? I'm stuck on Legend of Dragoon, another PS1 JRPG I'd been fapping over. Then I was like, oh, let me just boot this up and see how good it is. And I got sucked in, and it got good, and that's how I gushed all over. And I was like, oh my god, robots, oh, JRPG, tactical RPG. Oh, yep, that happened. Perfect storm. Well, I guess it wasn't a perfect storm, since like it took time to like to build to that level of me playing it and then like gushing over it on the podcast right now. But that's what happened, gamer.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, yeah. If it makes you feel any better, I had a PlayStation, so. Yeah. I played games.
But yeah, after I was touched by Final Fantasy VII, I was like,
ew. Final Fantasy VIII was better. But yeah. I'm just saying.
And after I got my PS2, and my first game was Final Fantasy X, and I was like, JRPGs, yeah, I still love them, they're still great, and I didn't look back until I played other stuff, and I was like, you know what? Where are they at? And then, like, where are we at now? It's like, oh, there's barely no one. Or I've moved on, I guess. I don't know. But, they still touch my heart like that. Like Vanguard Bandits. The perfect storm. Mm-hmm. Robots. Giant effing robots. I'm sorry. I also love robots, but, that's another story for another day.
Do you think he loves robots?
So it's like a combination of my two favorite things in life. JRPGs that are turn-based strategy games. Strategy RPGs. And giant robots, also known as Mecha. Yes. Love it.
I see.
But, yeah. There you go.
That was fun.
That was weird. Is what that was.
Okay, I'm looking on the internet, and it says that the length for the street pass is 30 meters or 100 feet.
I was just about to say, I don't use SI units up in this place. We need to learn a metric system. But, that's pretty... Okay, I feel slightly okay now. Because...
Well, actually, it's like 98.4 feet or 29.99232, but, this person rounded up, so there you go.
So you were within 100 feet of a playmate. Nice.
Or at least he thinks he was. Anyway.
Dude, we were talking about this during the break, dude, because I was on like it was really weird what happened, because I was like, okay, I'm gonna Google this at Heart, Pamela Hearn 13, whatever, and then like I saw her page, I was like, what? No. It was like the reaction I had, A, and then I was like, B. Dude, take it in. We gotta like dig into this. And I was like, Google, let's do it. Type. And then the facts were flowing, and I was like, what? There's no way. I was like, what? And then it was crazy. It was crazy. I didn't believe it. And then I was like, dude.
Did it say if she was actually like in the area though at the time though? Because actually,
on her Twitter feed, it was like something, flying back to LA, something. I was like, what? No way. No. That was like the window of time was like perfect. Oh, I'm going to say it's perfect, but it's like, it's like, oh, I'm just going to be in town, blah, 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 then I'm going to fly out to LA. It's like, wow. In that window of time, I was able to get the street pass with that lady, and that was,
Interesting.
It made me believe again. They do exist. I used to say it's always a dude, but that time, totally not a dude. Just saying.
No, what if it was a dude that was like marketing
what, gamer?
That was bringing a PDS around? Like, what if people want to Google her name?
Made it fake bio and everything.
I don't think someone would like be doing PR with like some female avatar of that person. That'd be weird. Who does that? Who does that? Seriously.
PR people.
Yeah.
Really.
I could see a PR person sleeping that low.
On a Nintendo handheld that's like
love naked
supposed
women.
Supposed to be affiliated with like kids and children, and you Google her name, it's all like, oh, there's some.
Yeah, exactly. Why put her name as a username? That's weird.
It wasn't a username. It was her Twitter handle, and it was the Street Pass greeting. It wasn't her name.
Oh, exactly.
Her name was Kitty, so yeah.
Yeah, it was.
I thought that was weird, but whatever. Maybe she's a cat person. Maybe she's a cat person. She likes cats. Who knows?
Yeah, that's what they call them now. Oh, Tekken. So many things could be said about that.
Maybe the cat likes it shaved.
Yeah, there may be children listening. Gamer, be careful.
Why? Shaved cats are cute.
Yeah, we're gonna stop now before this goes somewhere where it doesn't need to go. Yeah. You should stop yourself right now. Tekken's too young and innocent to be corrupted by you and your shaved kitties.
I know, because he keeps on saying these things like, "Oh, my stuff was flowing." I was like, "What?"
Oh, that's true. He does.
My stuff was what?
The innuendo in his speech is kind of.
I don't remember saying my stuff was flowing. When did I say that?
You just get caught up in your rant sometimes.
I don't. Did I say that? I guess it just. I don't know. I guess I have that stream of consciousness thing. I just talk. I don't care what it is, so I don't notice it. So
we do. Unfortunately. So yeah, good times.
Video games.
Yes.
So I guess that's just for what you've been playing then.
I know. Is that it though? I think that's it. Well,
yeah, that's it for me.
That's it. Maybe.
I gotta say though, Twitch TV also kind of like opened the door for me like be a creeper again, but whatever. I'm happy. So yeah.
What do you mean?
I'm just saying, there are certain people, and I might be looking for them, and if I happen to see them, and be like, oh, well, what's this? Let me click on this here thingy and watch this thingy. They do exist, gamer. Oh my gosh.
What?
That's what I'm saying.
Is that a thing?
Not aliens.
Oh, what are you talking about?
The stuff that
doesn't
exist,
cool.
but does.
Oh.
Why wouldn't they exist? That makes no sense.
Yeah, just about to say, it's like they're not like unicorns. It's like it's not the same thing. But.
I spent too much time on the internet. That's why I was such a long story, and going along, and I feel so broken. And I'm like, now I've seen the light out of the street pass. It's like they do exist, and they're out there, and I must find them.
Oh.
But not in like a creepy, weird way. Just
too late. It already sounds like that.
I gotta work on that thing. So
What, that being creepy thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should work on that.
I'm not creepy. I don't think I'm creepy anyway.
Well, of course you don't think you're creepy. It's not no one thinks they're creepy until somebody tells them they're being.
It's just like the interrogation list I have of Mario or Sonic. I have to work on some sort of questionnaire thing of Paragon or Renegade. So I can go into the situation and have something to say, and I'd be like, so do you play video games? That was terrible, classic taking over.
We've all gone over that.
I'm really intrigued with this Renegade Tekken. I want to hear what Renegade Tekken speaks like or talks like.
What are you talking about? I'm a Paragon. I'm not Renegade.
He can't renegade to save his life
unless I'm playing The Last of Us. That's the only game that I renegaded in. So I was like, you know what? Somebody's got to pay for this. And I know that you did it. And now that I know that you did it, you're going to pay. That's how that works.
He's too much of a wuss to renegade anything.
It's called Pacifist RPG, okay?
Call it what you want.
Haters be hating. I'm a hater with hater fans.
Nah, being a renegade is so much better. So much more fun.
So, yeah.
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 What is next, guys?
Usually this is about the time where you take a break.
I didn't know we were floating around waiting for a break. I thought we were like going to wrap it up here.
Yeah, I'm done.
Because Miami. The only
That's
new
cool.
stuff was the Matrix leaving, and then like the GTA install, and apparently I guess Final Fantasy 7 is coming to Steam. So yay for that.
Yay.
Ew.
Yeah, it was kind of slow. I mean, people are still talking about the same stuff, basically.
Yep.
So,
When's Gamescom?
I think it's in August.
Yeah. End of
my
August.
gosh. Man.
My next gen withdrawal continues.
Mine too, man. Especially after seeing the Destiny thing, and it was like the same thing but with different people, but whatever, I'm still pumped. It's next year.
Wait,
So
PC,
it's not this
guys.
year.
Up to resolution, that's next gen.
Yeah,
Game-
that's true. Well, sort of. It is.
Share button, dude. Share button. Just saying.
I don't know. Just that UI, the UI video that they posted. It was like, that is awesome, Game Fantasy Land. I want that.
Hopefully at Gamescom they'll be able to demo it.
Yeah.
That'll be cool. Oh my god.
But no, well, I mean, I guess I have enough to play. But
Yeah.
the hunger for new stuff is always there. Like, I kind of want Project Cross Zone right now.
I saw Twitter and I was like,
It looks so fun.
It's weird.
It's weird. I thought in Japan those games are considered like trash.
That's why they exist.
Are they? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure crossover games are mostly just like fan service, though. They're not
No,
really.
because pretty much they just use the same battle system for all of them or something. I don't know. That's just what I hear, but I hear at the same time I hear it's pretty fun.
Yeah, well, I think most of it is fun because of the fan service. It's just like, oh wow, it's all these people, and they're all together, and they don't know why, and so it's like kind of plausible because if it really happened, they wouldn't know why.
Yeah. They would not, would they?
And then it's just like, wow, you're hitting them so many times, and there's lots of numbers flying, but okay. It just seems very exciting. It's like, oh, I want to see what happens.
No, you don't. That's the trap. You only think you do. It wasn't much of a demo, though. It was just like, here's this battle, and good luck.
I guess I didn't know what to expect at all. So then, just the combat is just like, wow, it's kind of interesting.
Ryu and Ken suck, by the way.
They were good because you could they had a third person in their group, and then if you had support, then you could just do like a ton of stuff.
Yeah, I usually use like Black Rose and Kite and stuff because they have some nice combos and their thingies and stuff. I don't know. Ryu and Ken just meh. Yeah.
So yeah, well, yeah. I don't know what this episode is really. I didn't know I would be here.
Yeah, he was all being all cryptic and stuff.
I know. I had stuff to do, and then it turned out that I guess I don't. And then yeah, I just happened I was using Skype for something else, and I happened to sign on basically at the time that the podcast starts, and I was like, oh yeah, the podcast. It's like, okay.
That's oddly convenient.
This isn't. I'm assuming this isn't the.
No, it's not.
This is just a random.
Well, no.
Back with a tangent. So cool.
You ruined that. you ruined it.
Even though we could have done anyway.
Could have.
So yeah, keep looking. You know, if you keep listening, we'll keep recording. And even if you aren't listening, we'll probably keep recording.
Because we'll force ourselves down your throat. Do listen. So you might as well start listening anyway.
So yeah. Yes. Wait around. Aimlesspodcast.com. And Facebook. And YouTube. And Twitter. We're everywhere.
And apparently Tekken's on Twitch now. So you can watch him stream
Oh,
stuff.
dudes. Oh, dudes. You know what that means. No, Tekken! Alright, guy in the corner. Well, I'll tell you what that means. It means Retro Modern is coming back. That's what that means.
You know.
Old games. All the time. Played them because they're awesome. Yes.
Retro Modern was stupid.
Well, I'm glad you wouldn't be there to disrupt my fun with it. So.
I might. Just so I can.
So yeah. Does anyone else have anything to say before I push the stop button?
No.
Bye!
I like video games.
Me too. Till next episode, or whenever you hear from us again. The Aimless Podcast, and we're now signing off.
Just another quiet day.